Hey there tech fans, Rick here from the OREI team with an overview of the UHD-EX330R-K HDMI extender kit. This product makes it very simple for you to extend any standard HDMI media source up to 230 feet away in your home over a single Cat5 or Cat6 cable with a full resolution of 4K or 2K at 60 Hz. It will also transmit a 1080p signal up to 330 feet. The product also includes a set of IR blasters that allow you to send the remote control signals from that secondary location back over the same network cable to your primary location so you can actually control the content you're watching. Now, as part of this overview, I'd like to start with an unboxing of the product just to show you everything that's included. I'll then take a closer look at each of the components and explain what they do. I'll provide a list of the audio and video standards the product can support. And then finally, I'll come back and actually install the product here to show you just how simple it'll be to use this once you get it home with your own equipment. So let's get started with the unboxing. When you first open up the box, you'll find all the gear in front of me, a transmitter module and a receiver module, a power supply for each of those modules, 2 sets of IR blasters, again, to send that remote control signal from the second site all the way back to the primary. There's a set of brackets included. The modules have holes in the side where you can attach the brackets and bolt them to the wall to get them up off the floor and out of the way. We also include 2 connections for RS-232 signals because the unit can also transmit RS-230 signals across that same network connection. And finally, there's an instruction manual that lists all of the audio and video standards that are supported and includes extensive connection diagrams to show you exactly how to hook up the equipment once you get it home. Now stay tuned, and I'll start with the closer look section. Now we'll take a closer look at the UHD-EX330R-K HDMI extender kit. The product provides everything you'll need to get up and running quickly, including a transmitter module, receiver module, 2 power supplies, 1 for each of the modules, a full set of IR blasters for the receiver, and a second set for the transmitter, including sticky pads to attach these to your media devices, a set of brackets for the receiver, a second set for the transmitter, and the screws needed to attach that to the module. Also included are a set of quick disconnect plugs for the RS-232 connections and a full instruction manual. Now we'll take a closer look at the modules, and I'll start with the transmitter. The first thing you'll notice is the case is completely metal, and that was designed that way to eliminate outside interference from degrading the sensitive signals inside. Plenty of venting on the sides, as well as 2 holes for mounting the bracket, venting on the bottom, and venting on the other side. On the one end, we have a 12-volt DC connection. That's where the power supply plugs in. This gets plugged into the wall. The barrel connection plugs in here. There are 3 indicators, and they mean different things on the transmitter and the receiver. On the transmitter, when you first plug in the power, number 1 will light up. When the connection is made between the 2 modules, number 2 would light up, letting you know you've got a valid connection. And when you connect a valid HDMI input source to this, number 3 lights up. This is the connection for your Ethernet cable between the 2. Again, it can be a Cat5e or Cat6. On the other end, this is the HDMI input that comes from your media source. This is a reset button. This is the RS-232 plug connection in case you want to send RS-232 connections upstream, IR blaster in, and IR blaster out. On the receiver module, we have similar connections. Again, a metal case, full ventilation on the bottom and both sides, bracket holes on the sides. On the back, we have an HDMI output. This connects to your monitor at the secondary location. Again, a reset button, RS-232 quick connection, infrared in, infrared out. On the other side, again, a 12-volt power supply connection. This is where the Cat5e or Cat6 Ethernet cable from the transmitter is plugged in. And the indicators here mean similar things. Number 1 means you've got a valid power on in the secondary site. It's gone through power on self-test and it's working. 2 lit up means that you've got communication from the transmitter to the receiver. And 3 will light up when you've made that HDMI connection to a monitor at the second location. You should have all 3 lights lit on both of the transmitter and receiver to make sure that the unit's working properly. The OREI UHD-EX330R-K HDMI extension kit provides support for a wide range of media products, including DVD players, cable boxes, home surveillance systems, game consoles, and streaming devices like Roku. The product also supports a wide range of media formats, including ultra-high definition 4K, 2K at 60 Hz up to 230 feet away, 1080p 60 Hz up to 330 feet away. It's HDMI 1.4 compliant with HDCP 2.0 compatibility. It supports both CEC and 24-bit deep color. We also support RS-232 signals being transmitted across the same interconnect wiring. Now I'll show you just how easy it'll be to use this product with your own equipment at home. For this demonstration, I have the transmitter module, the receiver module. I have two power supplies plugged in. On this side of the table, I'm simulating your primary location. It's wherever you're enjoying your content today that you want to transmit to a second location. On this side of the table, I'm simulating that secondary location. Could be an upstairs bedroom or downstairs in the den. It's wherever you want to enjoy that content. Now I'll start by connecting up the transmitter module, then I'll move on to the receiver module. The first thing I'd like to do is connect up power. Now the minute I plug power in, you'll notice that number 1 blue LED come on. That indicates I've got good power to the unit, and it's currently going through a power on self-test to make sure all the electronics internally are working properly. Now I'll connect up the media source. I'll disconnect the HDMI from the monitor, and I'll plug that into the HDMI input port on the back of the transmitter. Now what's happening is the transmitter's checking that media source to see what resolution it is and making whatever adjustments are necessary to send the best quality video and audio upstream to the receiver. Now we'll connect up the receiver. And again, I'll start with the power. First thing it's going to do when power's connected is turn on number 1 LED, and it's going through a power on self-test. And now I'll connect up the monitor. I've got an HDMI cable here. Now what the receiver's doing, once it's finishing its power on self-test, is it's checking the resolution that the monitor can display, because it's got to negotiate the best possible video and audio being sent to that secondary location. Now the only thing missing at this point is your network connection between the transmitter and the receiver. And I'm going to simulate that with a coil of Cat6 cable here. You want to use a really good Cat5e or Cat6 cable. This is 100 feet. You can go much longer. But once I plug this cable in, these two units are going to negotiate between each other and bond a connection. And once that connection takes place, the video that was sent over here before is now being sent across that network connection and will show up on that monitor. And it really is just that simple. We hope you found this overview of the UHD-EX330R-K HDMI extension kit helpful. This product provides a very simple way of extending any ultra-high definition 4K media source up to 230 feet in your own home over a single Cat5e or Cat6 cable. The product also supports 1080p resolutions up to 330 feet. We really appreciate your support for all the OREI products, and until next time, thanks for watching.